wrong. There were players like Percy and Trevor Keogh who would back you to the hilt. But as far as players, you know, say squaring up, and in those days square-ups needed to be done, I'd sort of carried a bit of that.
What was the biggest hit that you laid?
Look, I knocked Jimmy O'Day out once.
I get scared when I hear this story.
And I got squared up upon, like the St Kilda boys got me, and that's fine. I got no problem with that.
Day as the football world mourns the loss of a great man, Robert Walls, who passed away this morning. Tonight's show is dedicated to Wallsy, and his great sparring partner, Mike Sheen, is about to join us. But please join us on the phone or via text if you'd like to pay tribute to Robert. Before I welcome Mike, I'd like to pay a personal tribute to Wallsy to open the show by reading an edited letter I sent to him on Monday morning. Hi Rob, I guess it's now not too long till you leave us, so it's my final chance to thank you again for being you and wish you eternal peace for what's next. I sit here writing with tears starting to flow, for you have been a great friend over many years in many ways, and sometimes it's not until it's nearly over that you actually consider and appreciate the wonder of true friendship. And I've always valued yours, as you know, but sometimes we are just too busy chasing the next whatever to appreciate the now as much as I should have. But for us, this is the now, and there's not too many nows left. Rob, when I look back to good times with you, I think of our time in the media together at 3AW and Fox. So many good times, strange times, and laughs with Rex and Bondi and co, who brought out a totally different you. You're a great combination, laughing and joking in between being serious and also discovering the footy punt. That was hilarious at times, and heaven help a team that cost you a footy quad. The term effing Freo comes to mind. Golf games and international rules and state games were great to share with you and learn from you, particularly one where you told everyone in our first team meeting to F off if you don't want to be part of it, before you left the room for the players to decide. When you came back, the decision was made, and we went with those who were left in the room when you returned. And not everyone stayed. It was a worded message in slightly more gentle terms, but it was the message that you wanted to send. It led to a total team commitment and a victory we long celebrated by some 70 points or thereabouts. Our days on the couch were many with Mike and Billy and Leroy, and let's not forget Libby, our favourite, yet it passed too quickly. Your capacity to flush it with the famous baseball bat would have made Babe Ruth jealous, but your analysis and sparring with Mike was TV gold. I'll never forget the birth of Clarko's cluster. We had the vision. We'd studied the vision, but we just couldn't come up with a name until 5 seconds before we went to air. I yelled it across the floor, "Wallsy, it's Clarko's cluster." You picked it up and you ran with it as if we'd been talking about it for hours. Who would have thought a hard-nosed but brilliant footballer and an iconic, albeit a touch grumpy coach would also be a natural behind the lens with Libby's makeup on? Obviously, your family is your greatest.
The Australian Football League legend and player coach Robert Wallsy, he has died aged 74. After using voluntary assisted dying laws, Robert, a Carlton Football Club legend, won 3 premierships with the team as a player and 1 as a coach, and later became a media figure and a pundit. You know, he was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, a rare and aggressive form of blood cancer, in 2023, and his family told local media that he died surrounded by his children and in his apartment, which overlooked the home of AFL in Victoria, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The state of Victoria introduced a voluntary assisted dying laws in 2019, which allow a person in the late stages of advanced diseases to end their life using medication with the approval of 2 doctors. A statement from the Walls family said he died on Thursday morning local time after 14 years as a league player, 16 years as a coach, and 25 years as a commentator, and a lifetime as a self-proclaimed fan. Having battled these health issues for more than 2 years, Robert did it his way and chose to end his life that had seen him spend more than 250 nights in hospital during the past 2 years. That's the statement they released according to the statement. So many tributes are still coming out. We've seen his longtime friend also coming out to pay tribute, like you've seen at the beginning of this video, saying he had actually penned a formal letter, like you heard him, and of course he commemorated and paid tribute to him, celebrating his life and his legacy. We are praying for the whole family, the fans, and of course everyone who was very close and knew him. Rest in power, King. Bye bye for now.